This podcast is intended for entertainment purposes only. You must be 18 or older to listen and or subscribe. Anything we say should not be used to diagnose or treat any medical or psychiatric condition. Do not use anything heard on this podcast as a replacement for professional help or an attempt to diagnose yourself or anyone else. We are not licensed professionals. We are not here to treat you. Any similarities to any persons alive or deceased are purely coincidental. We will not be held responsible for any actions taken as a result of anything heard on this platform.
No, but okay.
No, definitely not.
No.
Definitely not.
No.
You should have heard. Oh, dude, I was about ready to go on a fucking narcissistic ass rant about the stuff that I just said.
Yeah.
It was great.
I
stopped.
Yeah.
I stopped and I told him, I was like, I was about to just fucking unload. And he didn't know. He's like, unload on what? And I was like, on you. What do you mean?
I have a bar of soap in my car right now that I got from Pride this weekend because they were giving out samples from like their booth
Okay.
of like homemade soap.
Is
and
it butt soap?
they named their soap Narcissist.
Fuck yeah. Go get it. I want to smell it.
Yeah.
When we take a break.
Smells good.
When we take a break,
Yeah.
I need to smell it.
So I have a sample bar of Narcissist to wash my body with.
Amazing. Does it wash it away?
No.
Fuck.
Probably adds to it.
Oh god, I don't need it to add
Like,
to it. No. See,
Seeps in.
narcissists don't catch themselves is the thing. I caught myself and I was like, holy fuck. Maleficent just like whooshed in my brain. And it was like, oh yeah?
Look
Do you want to fucking play? I was ready to unfucking load.
do the hand.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah,
bad.
bring
It was
the
bad.
hands.
My
What about
mind was like on
Yeah, that too.
fire. It was
Yeah.
so bad. It was so bad.
Perfect.
Maleficent is my fight response. My nasty,
Mm-hmm.
sarcastic, passive aggressive. I will murder and poison you all.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen
Hyper
the,
vigilant. What are they doing now?
Have you seen the WhatsApp?
Send the crows.
I have it, but I'm not on it.
Oh god.
Oh, not WhatsApp. Line,
Anyway,
the
I
one.
stopped myself.
The lady's like,
Oh, yeah.
that's my favorite one.
That's not a lady. That's a guy. His name's James.
Okay, that one too. That's it.
Except it's weird. He's like blonde and
It's
I don't know.
perfect.
It's very strange.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you done now?
Huh?
Is the show over?
No, this was great. So
It was great talking to y'all
I
tonight.
got yeah.
Thank you for another great episode.
Great episode of Around the Kinky Campfire.
We're done.
My name's Dame.
Yeah.
And
For 30
This
minutes.
is Esme. You guys must have missed it. We had a whole episode. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just walking right in the middle of a conversation. It's fine.
All right. So
Anyway,
you ready now?
sure.
we're already ready.
Welcome back, everybody,
Already.
to the campfire that's kinky, and we're going
You're
to
gonna-
be around the bonfire. And guess what, everybody? It's officially Halloween next week when this episode comes out.
Mm-hmm.
We are all spooky and spackly and spickly and spockly.
I have to burp.
Yeah, that's great.
Let me fix that. This
Thank
is
you.
Around the Kinky Campfire.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So helpful.
Again for downloading, for tuning in.
And to my
Like, subscribe, share,
right,
whatever
I
the fuck
have,
we're
This is Dame.
and the one yapping to my left is,
Esme.
and I am Mr. Don't Douche with Lysol.
Huh?
Don't
Dude,
douche-
I have a story for you guys
don't
about
douche with Lysol.
that specific topic. I want to be
Okay.
Maleficent today. I'm very
You would
Maleficent
think
today.
I, since I'm such a funny guy, that would be a joke. But
A
that's
fun
actually,
guy. Don't
that's-
douche with Lysol to get rid of your fun guy.
That is actually a thing.
That was horrible.
Yeah, somebody
That
tried
is
that.
horrible.
That
That
is
is so horrible.
don't do that.
So your nickname today is douche. Got it.
Not with Lysol.
Okay, douche. It's don't douche, so it's de-douche. De-douche.
Somebody's
it.
on one today.
I know.
But
I like it. I'm
It's
not
Maleficent,
even
man.
complaining.
Maleficent's out.
Not even
we
complaining.
are going to
Oh, bitch.
do. Wow.
I didn't have my headphones
Do this
on. I'm
intro.
Really loud.
So first of all, what we always do, start with what we're drinking.
Yeah. I am trying something new. The Dos Equis Ranch Water Blood Orange.
What do you think of it?
It's actually pretty good. It's not like overly bubbly or
I find
sweet.
it very enjoyable. Oh, let me
Yeah.
tell you, the lady at Publix, she had samples. That's why I
Oh.
bought it. There were samples. It was the end of the day. She was
and she just
clocking
gave them
out.
all away.
She gave them all to me, and by the time I was done, she's like, "I really like you." And I said, "That's because I got a good buzz going now, lady." But she was giving them to me because I was Very receptive to it.
I
Yeah,
would
tried
have
them
never
all.
picked it up on my own, but
They're
I
good.
like
Me
it.
neither.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try
It's
that.
not bad.
Sometimes beer companies, when they make this stuff, it ends up
Yeah.
turning gross.
Which ones is that?
I don't like the Corona ones, and I don't like the Bud Light ones.
Well, see, I like the
Corona's
Corona ones, but not the
Corona's
Bud
good.
Light
I
ones.
hate the Bud Light ones. The Coronas are tolerable. Everything else
even
is better.
taste the difference. It's
Oh,
like
there's a
Pepsi and Coke.
difference.
Big difference.
There's a
What?
difference between Pepsi and Coke.
Whoa, excuse me?
How is there not a difference?
He's not from the South. He hasn't lived here long
It
enough.
tastes the same to me.
Oh my God, that was the most scandalous thing he's ever said.
That is so horrible.
It tastes the same.
Coke's Atlanta water.
We're still on like
Atlanta
50-50
water.
on this.
Atlanta
The whole
water.
Coke and Pepsi debate, whether you can taste the difference.
Atlanta water,
Yeah.
That hurts.
right?
Oh my God, that hurts.
Yeah, all the seltzers taste the same.
Can we
It's
move
like
on?
this-
Because that just hurts. It
You were
just
laughing
hurts.
the whole time.
That's an unforgivable sin.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Or what are you
Unforgivable sin.
talking
Okay,
about?
I'm
What are
the
you
one
drinking
who
over there?
I'm the one who brought the Dos Equis, so that's why I was wondering. I have one also. It's the spicy grapefruit, and then I'm going to finish the mango. Let's talk about what happened to Dame when she pulled it out of the fridge.
I was sabotaged.
Yeah.
Somebody has set her up.
Apparently, there was a hole.
Is it actually spicy?
No.
I wonder
I can drink spicy stuff though. Like I'm like, when stuff's spicy. Oh, that
Sure.
one
I wonder
that
if
you
it's
had
like
last
pepper.
time.
Yeah,
That
one.
fucker got me.
That
That
one
one-
was good.
That went into my trachea and was like, "Yo, we're gonna have a party in your lungs."
I wonder if it's like
Spice
actually
party.
it's like regular pepper. I have some water
It's a little
enhancement.
spicy.
I think it's strawberry
Here,
kiwi.
try this.
The juice thing.
You
Yeah.
had
grapefruit
coffee. What happened to your coffee?
That was
Yeah.
actually green tea. I
Tea.
finished because we were chatting it up before we started. And it, you
Not spicy.
No,
Really?
it's just grapefruity. It's
It's like
just good.
grapefruit.
know, why would they do that? That's messed up.
I don't know. It's good. I
I've
like
had a
grapefruit though.
It's tasty.
I've had a spicy
There's one
blueberry beer before. That was actually spicy.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spicy blueberry.
Shame
Jalapeno.
Do you have that downtown at a pub crawl?
Jalapeno. She's on it. And of course, we got to do
Sometime
everybody's,
between March and now.
everybody's favorite
Hater.
Everybody's favorite
Fucking
minutes.
hater.
The ASMR minute. Dame loves this part. So.
I hate this part.
And do you remember what happened at the St. Patrick's one in March too?
Yes.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
so I'm like, really? Fuck.
Yeah.
Everybody
Fuck
just
you.
Talk through the ASMR
Yes,
minute.
we
Nobody
did.
cares.
Yeah,
Just
no,
talk
we
through it there.
It's 'cause I don't fucking care.
We really did talk through it. The ASMR chick that I evidently
You're-
followed by accident.
Hold on. He's sucking on that thing. He's literally
Yeah.
like giving it a blowjob.
yeah, it's entertaining.
No, you got to do it again.
No, you got to listen. You missed it. They had 2 ASMR minutes, and you guys missed it.
2 minutes, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. He's milking it.
It's the lips.
Do you have your tongue in there? He's got his tongue in the hole. Ah, he's just backwashing his drink. That was disgusting.
It's my drink. My drink.
Yeah, we
you
don't-
want to go?
We don't
You
want
done?
to taste that.
I meant your drinks.
Ew.
Go ahead, ASMR.
So
minute.
what are we doing
it's right.
besides?
No, you
All
wanna
right.
do
Besides
ASMR minute?
dicking
You wanna
around.
sit?
Quit dicking around.
No, that's part of the whole thing.
Listen, douche.
Oh wow. Not with Lysol. You gotta say the whole name
Listen to douche.
with
douche.
no Lysol.
It's the douche
okay.
now.
All right, so this is what
Did
we're
I
here.
stutter?
This is the podcast where we're breaking through the taboos, normalizing kink and alternative relationships. That's what we do here.
Destigmatizing.
But
that
if
was
we're
the word.
destigmatizing it,
Stigmatizing.
are they really alternative?
It's alternative to
We're making it not.
Yeah, we're making it not alt.
We're making it not. Oh, that's a new one there. We'll put that
not
on there,
alt.
too. We're making it not.
I got a cough.
Turn away. We're making it not.
Ooh, that's better.
Okay.
He's taking notes.
I like this.
Look
We're
at it.
making
Look
it
at
not.
this
Forgot
chicken
the
scratch.
it.
We're making it.
He forgets words all the time.
I forgot the shit too. I have not shit today. Just FYI. Not recently. Yeah, we're destigmatizing making it not. What are we talking about today?
It's caffeine in
I
there, too.
am endeavoring to relate a video topic, this video / topic
This is good, you guys.
that relates to our last podcast where we talked about acts of service. So this is part 2 because we didn't relate it to kink last time, and we're gonna do it this time. Acts of service,
Okay.
love languages. We broke down the definition, did some examples. We finally know what hard skills versus soft skills. We know what they are. We
Kind
don't know
of.
we don't know exactly what they are, but we know that they are.
I'm feeling Maleficent. I'm going to put my horns on.
Yeah, nobody can see that, but yeah, we're getting the
It's
Halloween,
not for them.
Halloween spirit. Okay, so I sent y'all to a little video in our group chat.
He sent us.
He
Who
did
sent
send
it?
it. He sent it to us.
I sent it as
He
homework,
sent us.
and nobody finished the homework.
That's not true. I 100% watched that whole video.
I did not.
For fucking
watch
shame.
the whole video.
I am such a fucking sucker. I watched that whole video. I let him waste like full days of my life with bullshit.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah. Or we're just have a whole discussion now. We're gonna talk about it.
I allow that. No, because you fucking troll me. You're like, download this game so I can get more points.
Did your own game?
Okay, so this video that you found.
Yes. Are you done now?
I'm done.
You're done now.
Yes.
Okay. So this video is from the No Chaser podcast. If you guys want to look it up, it's on YouTube and all the different things. This is No Chaser podcast. Not really, from the people that know about YouTube and stuff.
They're cool, by the way.
They are cool. So it's 2 guys and a girl, and everybody's minorities talking about random things, usually creator stuff. But this episode, they were talking about, the question was, can you send too many nudes? Either to somebody you're dating, your boyfriend, girlfriend, your wife, your husband, everything. Is it possible? And then they went into the whole different thing of what's expected in a relationship. So that's what I wanted to tie it to, acts of service. So the first question is, can you send too many nudes? Is there a point there's too many? Too many dick pics? Too many
Okay,
pussy
are we
pics?
talking too many in a defined amount of time, or too many across the span of your relationship?
Yes.
Because the first one I would say yes, and the second one I would say no.
Okay, why you say no?
Well, because you obviously enjoy looking at them. So through the span of the relationship, no, I think you could always send nudes. Because it's like a teaser. Sex starts in the brain.
Right.
Your brain's your largest,
Right.
It's your
erogenous zone.
Yeah. So
Right.
if you send nudes, I don't care. You've been married 25 years. Nobody's going to be like, ew.
I want to see a dick.
Yeah. They're still going to open it, and then that's going to get you thinking. And next thing you know, like, you've started foreplay.
Yes.
Now, if you're sending me like spam mail during like a day or a weekend,
It's 7 a.m, bro.
like-
Calm the fuck down.
I haven't even had a cup of coffee yet. I don't want to see your dick yet.
Yeah.
Like, that can be too much. Or I don't need 5 pictures of your dick before I've had a cup of coffee. Then that to me is the spamming is too much.
That's overkill.
Right.
And it starts to feel intrusive when that happens. Like, what are you doing this for, you or me?
Yeah.
Like, come on. What are you looking for here?
Yeah. So
This isn't collaborative
I don't know
anymore.
if you got to the part of the video, Dame, but there was a point in there where one of the guys was like,
Of course not.
I got
It was an hour and
I
a
got
fucking half long.
God damn it. All right, so they were dating somebody for 6 months, and every day they got a nude. Mm-hmm. Every day. And for me, that would be, that's a little much. Like, how many times you say thank you, or that looks great, got great boobs, got great pussy, every day?
No.
That's too much.
No, it's too much.
It's too much.
It degrades the
And
absence makes the heart grow fonder thing.
I make a big statement when I first started dating somebody that I don't need nudes. You can send it if you want to, but I don't need them. So it's very interesting to me, that part in there. So then comes the different part where, actually, you should probably say what you think.
I want more thigh pics. I was just thinking about that. I'm like, why don't you send me any?
That was one of the things. So the girl
Sad.
said that on the thing too. Is like, why I keep getting dick pics? I want back
ass
pics.
and I
Yeah.
want that V.
Yeah.
You like the V?
I
don't
like
the
the V.
I don't like the V.
Or like shoulders.
I like shoulders. I like a dad bod,
shoulders.
and I like
Yeah.
muscles. I like thighs. I'm a big thigh fan.
So for the male audience out there, send some thigh pics and
like the side
V.
view where you get thigh and the
Oh,
side
yeah.
of ass
It's-
cheek
I like,
right there.
I like this line
that
here.
right
the,
there.
the-
Yeah.
the
Not
line
all
between
about the
your
dick.
hamstring
It's
and your
not all
quad.
about the dick
Nah, I
pic.
don't care about your business.
Dress that shit up. Do something different.
Put a if
Squiggly
you
eyes
if
on it or
you
something
put
like
a
that.
heart on and then put 2 googly eyes on the
That's what I
head,
put, yeah.
I would die.
I would
laughing.
take
It would be
that.
amazing. I want it.
That.
I
Or a
want the
butt
googly
pic or
eyes.
something.
like a top hat.
I have giant googly eyes for my boobs.
yeah.
They're in my my bottoming bag just for funsies. So I can they're adhesive and I can wiggle them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So
Anyway,
with back pics and
I still don't understand how they're how you are you relating this to acts of service, or were they in the video?
Can I?
there's more.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's a
there's
story.
more.
Build
It's
the
a story.
Yeah, it's a build.
Can I
Okay.
build a story? Okay.
Sorry.
Well, she
So
didn't
these
know.
people-
It's a build.
What is it?
He's building it up.
What is it? See, you missed it. Now you get the whole thing because you didn't skip to the end. You didn't get any spoilers.
Skip to the end.
So, my first question is, when it comes to stuff like that, like communication in general, what is expected and what is, What is?
Hold on, not communication in general, because then we're going to get into the 17-hour versus 11-hour texting thing. So let's not talk about communication in general.
No, this is all tying into expected.
I was thinking expectations of acts of service.
Yes, this is all
because they
there.
were also talking about, was it blowjobs?
Yes.
Yeah, they started actually
Sex
talking
acts.
about sex acts that are expected. Oh, that's what it was. The birthday thing. So it went from pictures to nudes, and then the conversation kind of rolled along, and it was like, what's expected in a relationship? And then it was like, for my birthday, I expect to be able to get a blowjob. They started talking about those kinds of topics.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like saying, hey, if I have a girlfriend, or partner, whatever, I expect that they're going to do that on my birthday. It was more like, it's my birthday, I am going to go out and get it. Like if they're single, like I'm going to go out and get laid because it's my birthday. But they don't necessarily expect that somebody, like if they were with somebody, that they would be obligated. That's like slavery. So they didn't say that, but that's what I have an opinion. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So they started with what's expected, and then we were thinking like, oh, it's acts of service.
Yeah.
What
well,
we were talking
also
about
they're
last
vanilla,
time.
so I'm like, what are the kinky thing? Like we
Yeah.
talk about birthday spankings at our local watering hole.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, is that expected? Or should that be an expected thing, or how? Like, how does the
I
kink?
think it's socially expected.
I'm thinking like relationship stuff. If I have a birthday and I have a birthday party at our local watering hole, let's say, and I'm doing something, I would expect that my main kink partner would like be there and do some birthday scene.
Mhm.
That to me, that's a relationship thing.
That's
though,
a
and it's-
relationship thing. That's not a kink thing.
No, and it's not, and it's not an expectation of like. I would just be shocked if that didn't happen.
Right.
So to me, that's more relational and social instead of
Yeah.
expected. Like, oh, you expect like I have to have sex on my birthday. Like, you cannot get to like expect that you get to, what if they're sick? What if they don't feel like it? You don't get to use somebody else's body. I don't care what day it is.
Yeah.
No, that's
Unless
not
it's
a thing.
negotiated, I would be fine.
If
with
it's that's the other thing. I asked him. We were talking about this earlier last week in the kitchen, and I was like, well, if it was a negotiated, regular service submission kind of routine that you already know, and it's what's the word? Collaborative? No, consensual. Then you've both consensually agreed you're always going to do this no matter what. Like.
Yeah, I don't like those terms.
Yeah.
I never agree to those
No,
terms.
it sucks.
Because
if,
you can't predict the no matter what.
No, you
What
can't
if
predict
you're-
your body. You can't predict.
You have
if you're
a
on
family member
vacation.
in the hospital.
Yeah.
What if you are sick? What if, there's like so many things that can happen that are completely out of your control.
Mhm.
Then that just opens up a whole nother,
It does.
Like-
feeling inadequate, not wanting to
or just the
confront
whole
somebody
thing.
about it.
Yeah, it's, I
Not
never
wanting to say
have that
no.
no matter what this happens. I never agree to those.
You know what? No matter what creates resentment.
Mm.
That is the single most destructive feeling in a relationship is resentment. You will resent the other person if they have an expectation that you're going to perform some act on some regular interval like that, and you don't feel like it, and there's no way to back out.
Yeah.
So we have a sex, quote unquote, vanilla sex, versus like a kink thing. Because I don't know, for me, there's like nothing expected, but there's like a timer that goes off. I was like, oh, we haven't done kink stuff in like a month.
You mean like a
It's like
pub
time
crawl
to just-
timer?
Like 17 hours?
Yeah,
17-hour
yeah, exactly.
texting timer? Pub crawl timer?
So, ignoring
Haven't
you.
been on a vacation in 2 years
Anyways,
timer?
So I don't know Dame as somebody that's like
Go with
quote
somebody
unquote
else.
single right now. I know for
There's
me,
How do
no
you
quote-
know?
There's no quotes. It's just plain single.
Oh no, you made an assumption. Should have lied. You could have lied right there.
Just
Come on.
plain fucking single.
that's fine. You know what I'm saying? There's
You
it's
had
kind
an
of
opportunity to get mad at him just now.
Yeah, I did,
It's
but-
hypothetical. Anyways, it
No,
doesn't.
it's not,
yeah,
but it's okay.
hypothetical. Well, no, we're relating this to everybody that may be or may not be single.
You're in the dating
But
pool.
We're gonna start with the single people. Okay, so you're in the dating pool.
Okay.
I don't know about from your perspective because you date both men and women, but I know for me as dating mostly straight women and other women in general, there's a thing where on their profile or in some kind of conversation, very early in the conversation, it doesn't even have to be like kinky or whatever. We'll just talk about the sex part. It's like I'm a highly sexual person. I need sex every day, or I don't need the sex talk comes in early. So it's like, what? Well, you don't need me then. You just need some sex. So it's like I don't
That's
understand.
not necessarily true.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand it because I'm demisexual. So it's like, let me get to know you and then we'll figure out how it is. But most people are like, oh, I'm very needy. I need you to text every day.
Yeah, but that's not sexual.
That's narcissistic.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's anxious attachment.
Yeah.
And like validation out of control.
That's outsourcing.
Where's your narcissist?
emotions.
Yes.
All that stuff.
Yeah, that's outsourcing emotional
But
regulation.
there's this like
So no, fuck
expectations
that.
and stuff that happens.
Hold
Very-
on. I gotta
right.
tell Dame something. I have a book. It's an interpersonal communication book, and there's like unhealthy interpersonal communication and problems, and it's got to do with that specific topic and like sex addiction. Yeah, and about how there's some kind of interpersonal like breakdown that happens where they seek out hypersexuality to regulate their emotions, and then talks about specifically sex addiction and relates it back to narcissism. I was like,
Oh, good Lord, you're going way too deep now.
yeah, it was great.
Yeah, we'll keep it surface
I have it
right now.
highlighted. I'll bring that one down.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later. That's
Anyway.
that's super deep.
But see, as somebody who is not demisexual, I will say that in relationships or the beginnings or talkings of relationship, especially in our community, that even if people don't incorporate kink with their sex, sex is still up there, top 5 things, because it should be something that's negotiated, even with play, because you can negotiate sexual undertones or intimacy or things of that nature with your play that might not involve the act of sex.
Correct.
So to say that you are a sexual person or to say that you have a high sex drive isn't setting an expectation. It's just another aspect of who you are.
Yes, I agree with that. But where do you draw the line? Like, okay, so this person, you know, that they have they say they have a high sex drive.
Okay.
Where does the actual expectation part of it come into? Like, okay, I'm going in, I guess I'm going to have sex every day or every week or something.
Well, I think
like
the
that.
expectation comes with the reality. You can go in with the expectation of all the things. We're going to do all the things. We're going to experiment with each other. We're no boundaries. You know, we're going to do all the things. And then, you know, one week you work overtime, and then another week something happens with family. And then this week it works out again, but then another week, like, something happens again. So I think you can have an expectation, like a personal, but I think it all basically comes down to negotiation again. You know, you do it. I just had this conversation with somebody the other day, is you can talk something to death.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go and have a conversation with a partner about sex and all the expectations and all the things that you want to do and how you want to do it and when you want to do it, and where you want to do it. You can talk it to death, or you can give a general idea of what you're about and just be open to the experiences that you're about to have until something happens or you're presented with a situation where you're like, you know what, that doesn't fit what I was expecting. Can we talk about that before we do it? I would rather go with that sometimes than over talking something, because then you lose that spark. You lose that, that
What the hell's
that
that word?
butterfly, the juju of, you know, the
Spontaneity. That's the word. There you
spontaneity
go.
of sexual encounters with your partners or experimenting with your partner.
All right. Are you wondering about, is that a red flag? You read that kind of stuff and it's like, what's up with this person? Because you were wondering if I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'm asking old douchebag over here. You shouldn't have picked
Don't
that name.
douche.
I'm going to call you DD.
Don't douche with Lysol.
Okay. I'm asking DD over here.
So
it's more about like, is that a red flag or is that, so here's my deal. If that's kind of what you're going with, Dan Savage would call that the price of admission. Somebody clearly communicated, and you can take it as a red flag or not. I certainly would. I need sex every day. I'm really needy. And take what is Maya Angelou said, when people tell you who they are, believe
You should
them.
listen. Yeah.
Believe them. The second they say that, take
They're
it as
telling you-
100%. They are telling you.
They're telling you
like
who
they say,
they
I'm an
are.
asshole. Like, they are not fucking
It's not like,
joking.
oh, he's just being cute and this and that.
Nope.
No,
They're
he's
needy.
actually telling you
They need
he's
sex
an
every
asshole.
day, and
Yeah.
if you see that, and I know things, so you know, Esme knows things. That's a fucking red flag. Absolutely not.
I mean, if I met somebody and they said they had a high sex drive and
That's
they
different
enjoy
than
all this,
I need sex
I
every
would
day,
just
and I'm
look
needy.
at that and be like, I appreciate that information because I would rather know
Yes.
that somebody has a high sex drive or has a low sex drive, a no sex drive beforehand.
Yes.
Because I want to be able, it's not the end all be all of a relationship, but it'll help me set my expectations of, okay, we're on the couch, we're alone, we're cuddling, we're watching a movie, I'm going to fill you up. And now I'm not going to get let down when you don't follow through.
Yeah.
Because I knew from the get-go you didn't have a high sex drive. So if I'm going to take the step of initiating something, I'm going to have to do it with the understanding that it might not always follow through.
Yeah.
Where on the opposite side is if you told me you have a very high sex drive and same scenario, we're on the couch, we're watching a movie, we're alone and I start feeling you up and then you don't follow through. Now it's a whole different problem because this is what you said you were about.
Or they start feeling you up and you're like, shit, I agreed to this.
I agreed to this.
So here's what Dan Savage would call that: the price of admission. Are you willing to pay the price of admission when somebody presented that as, hey, I'm this, I'm that? And sometimes it's an unhealthy behavior. We all pay a price of admission to be with people that we want to be with. We all have some shit.
So I think having that conversation in the beginning of a relationship, of whatever type of relationship it is, with it being in the top 5 things that you talk about initially, I think is a healthy thing because it lets you set a level of expectations of where you think the pacing's going to go, things like that. Because I say they have a low one. I'm not that interested in sex. Intimacy is more important than the sexual acts and this, but then they're humping like your leg every 20 minutes. You can let them in and go, okay, so we need to redefine what low sex drive is.
It sucks when they're doing it with other people and not you then. And you're like, wait a minute.
I'm all about
Hold on.
exploring yourself, but you said that this wasn't what you were about, but evidently it is. So,
but only with somebody else.
That's what leads to that conversation. So I wholeheartedly think that sex should be talked about in the very beginning because to me, it's an important part of my relationship. Other people who don't lead with that might be offended by it, but they'll find somebody that matches them eventually.
I thought it wasn't important. And then I was like, well, that was dumb.
Yep, have that.
It's always
conversation
been
over there.
important for me.
And it's great with our website that we use. That's usually right there in the.
We can say the name.
You can say FetLife.
Yeah, you can say FetLife.
I'll say FetLife. We're like swaying back and forth on that over the months here.
Yeah.
It's always front and center, so it's weird being on like.
Well, it's a kink site, so it's going to be front and center.
Yeah, it was interesting talking to different people where it's not necessarily.
It's not for me front and center. The kink is front and center. I'd rather not hear about people's sexuality.
Great transition, Esmeralda.
I'd rather
So
hear
we're
about the
gonna
kink.
switch over to the kink side of this thing. So as somebody that does dynamics, Dame, more so than the free flowing thing. Also, we should say about the sex, you probably should have scheduled check-ins, talking conversations at that point to talk about this stuff. But as far as
Hold on, scheduled conversations with who to talk about what?
the sex stuff. That's what I said. As
No,
far as the
With
sex
partners? What are
I
you
don't
talking
do
about?
that.
you don't do scheduled talks?
Not about sex. No.
Interesting.
We don't do scheduled talks. What are you talking about?
We do schedule stuff. It's not just about sex, though. It's everything. We put it all together. Because as I was going to transition into the kink part of it.
Am
we'll
I
talk
in the
about this.
Twilight Zone right now?
I mean, I'm not even in y'all's relationship, and I have the what the fuck look
We have scheduled talks?
about
Yes.
sex. You two.
Not just sex, but yes, it's all included. Yeah.
The two most
You
gimme
show me
sexual
on the
people
calendar
that
when
I
this
have ever
scheduled
seen in
talk
my
is.
life
yeah.
talking about actual sex.
Wait, okay, hold on a
You
second.
show me on the calendar when this scheduled talk is.
We don't put it on the calendar. We just like, oh, we should probably talk about this and next time we hang out. It's not like planned ahead of time or whatever. Anyways, whatever. She doesn't remember.
I wish. Oh no!
what does
Are we
that
talking about the
mean?
scheduled
When you
talk that
say-
I've tried to schedule and then you don't want to do it?
No,
like the
that's not what we're
s'mores
talking
talk.
about. Yeah, whatever. Anyways,
He is. That is what he's talking about. Did you see it? His s'mores talk. He's like, I'm like, hey, it's time to talk, and he's like, nah.
so not true.
And so
what
I quit
do you
scheduling
mean
it.
when you say
I was gonna do once a
demisexuals
month.
talking about sex?
No, it just because you guys are
I feel like I'm in
very
a fucking Twilight Zone. Hold on.
obvious. You guys are very obvious in your past conversations around me that sex isn't something that you lead with when you are talking to new partners or being with new partners.
Yes,
you
but
have
we
to
still
be,
have sex.
I didn't say you didn't, but I'm saying why would you?
I still talk about it with people, even though
Because when you're
demisexual.
in a relationship, you're already in it. So you're already, once the switch is flipped, it's on. It's on.
Okay.
High sex drive.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a relatively, generally high sex drive.
Okay.
If I'm just dating you, and I don't actually know you and I'm not attracted to you, I do not have any sexual attraction. No sex drive at all. None. Zero. But once I'm in a relationship, I'm like, game on.
It's very aggressive too. The demisexual, we still talk about sex. It's a switch.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, we don't have a regular scheduled conversation about that, but we talk about it regularly.
It's all
like
in
even
there.
when stuff happens. Yeah, we do like a postmortem.
Yeah.
Often enough.
Also included with the kink stuff. So
And kink stuff.
Transition here. So I don't do dynamics. So the kink stuff.
Oh, hold on. You don't do what?
Dynamics.
There you go.
That's what I said. So
I'm mumbling.
whatever. Anyways, so the kink stuff is, you got to kind of include it with the sex stuff because it kind of, you don't realize, 2 months, shit, we haven't done anything kinky. So as somebody that does dynamics, do you schedule like
Hold on.
kinky stuff?
You don't realize I have a timer in my fucking head. He's laughing. I have a timer in my head and my timer goes off. He's fucking dying right now. Laugh into the mic. No. Let the listeners hear. You're killing yourself over there. I have a fucking timer in my head.
You know.
I know. Oh, yeah. I know.
And you know how it compares to the last times.
Yeah.
Like, is the time getting longer? Is it shorter? Is it about the same?
Yes.
See, you can put sex in there too.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So
I have.
yeah, so
I've gone 2.5 weeks before. That was just a month ago.
yeah, so
2.5 weeks. Oh, I keep track.
that's all the timer in there. So for the kink stuff, is it? Do you do that differently than the sex stuff? Is it just kind of like the spontaneity, blah blah blah, that you talk about, or is
It depends on the dynamic in the relationship.
Okay.
If the dynamic is more traditional dynamic and less relationship-y, then that's part of it. It depends, because not just because you have a dynamic with somebody doesn't mean you necessarily play with them or you are sexual with them.
Okay.
It depends on the type of dynamic that you're in. Now, if you are in one that involves play, then yeah, I mean, I don't schedule it, but then it depends. Like if they are out of, if
you
they're-
have a dynamic that functions on regularity. You have one
Yes,
dynamic
I
that I
have
know
one-
about that is like, if it became irregular, there's a fucking
there's a
problem.
right? But it's not
Like they got
sexual.
hit by a bus.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's not sexual at all, but there's 100% an expectation of regular.
Yes.
These couple of things.
Yeah, we're not
Every day.
exclusively talking about sex. It'd be kink or sex, and or both, or whatever.
If you're in a dynamic, usually like service stuff, to me, that's a service. They're doing something on a regular.
Like
scheduled
with
thing.
that dynamic, then when they did live here, if we played, we played. If we didn't, we didn't. You know,
I'm talking about the one.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that one too.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's very regular. That's daily, right?
Daily.
Daily.
Well, both of them are daily.
Really? I don't know about the other one then.
Yeah, you do.
Do I? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Still going on?
Ohio.
Oh, yeah. Oh, our sweetheart.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe they'll listen to this. That's our sweetheart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
So,
I mean, they're
okay.
both
Still,
very
really?
regular. Yeah.
No shit.
Every day.
Oh, that's so cute.
There's not a day.
Dame's,
Yeah.
what would you call that person? Labyrinth. What did
There you go.
Is it it's not a partner. They're not a partner. We say she.
Yeah, she's
She's
dynamic.
Kind of is that
Yeah.
a partner? Kind of.
Depends on how you define partner.
She's so cute. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Play partner. Yeah, play. I mean, kind of. So
Submissive.
I didn't realize submissive. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I
So-
didn't know that you guys were still doing that daily, but I'm
Oh,
still
yeah.
there's an expectation there.
so was that discussed, or was it just happen organically? The daily stuff.
It happened
Both.
organically.
Okay.
It didn't happen as frequent until she moved out of state.
Okay.
Once she moved out of state, it became a daily part of a routine because we don't have the ability to physically see each other anymore. So like when she was living here, if I didn't hear from her for a day or two, I knew I was going to see her on a certain day. So it didn't matter. It
Yeah, you
was
guys have
okay.
regularly scheduled
Yeah.
events and everything, and we were.
And
always
she was
in a
at my
group
house
together.
every Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was her day to be at my house, was every Monday. So even if I didn't see her that weekend, I knew I'd see her Monday.
And that was
So-
organically as well.
Well, yeah, she chased the hell out of me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she did. Yeah.
not
but,
She was
Podcast mode.
good. I
But-
give her props. She was good.
but nothing
She
was
was hunting.
expected, though.
Yeah.
Nothing was expected, though.
No, it just happened.
It just happened.
Yeah. It just happened. It happened. The Mondays happened because we
I lied. The mango's delicious. Sorry, I have to pass
You
this
did
to Dame.
lie?
Yeah, the grapefruit ends up getting kind of crappy. The mango is actually really good.
oh damn, that is good.
You want to trade?
No,
Because you were
this
gonna
one's
have that
almost- Now I'm going to finish the orange.
Okay.
I like it. That one
alcohol's
happened
important.
organically. The other one that Esme is talking about is a gentleman in New York who we met online about 2 years ago, and we've never met in person. It's strictly a long distance. We have talked, we have FaceTimed, we have had personal interactions, just not in person, but I hear from him every single day.
Mm-hmm.
He checks in and I don't always answer him.
He is required to check in.
So I know he's okay.
Yeah.
So that one is expected.
But that grew.
Yes.
That grew too, though. Yeah, that grew organically. That didn't start like that. So that's like almost 2 years in the making.
It became an expectation, though. However, it is in our whole lifestyle a consensual, agreed to expectation that something is going to occur on a regular basis.
But I also
whatever
don't
that
call
thing is.
myself his dominant either, and I don't call him my submissive. I don't let him cross those boundaries because I've never met him in person.
Mm-hmm. You have formality in that relationship, though. Still,
There is a formality, but it
sounds more respectful than like dynamic-y.
It's more
Or submission.
he needs that accountability, and that structure to thrive. And so I'm okay.
Same.
And I've told him I'm okay providing it to a point, but that I won't, because I can't have a regular interaction with him in person, because it is so long distance and the way that his life is structured, that I will not, because he tried.
He's
very
a professional,
hard,
right? Like a New York style kind of professional, if you know what I mean. 3-piece suit.
So he tried to push that title and all of those expectations.
That's more intimate to you, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
and since you can't have that physical and location
I can't
intimacy.
be that. I can't be responsible like that for somebody I've never even put my hands on.
Yeah.
And
I would think that's too emotionally.
It's too much.
Like you extend yourself too much emotionally to somebody.
So I offer structure and accountability, and when he needs more, he'll let me know, and we'll come up with so just for what I can say about him is that he is a tenured professor at a Ivy League type college in New York. And he is grant based, right? So he has to write grants to go along with his research that he does for a living for the college while he teaches as a professor. And so there comes accountability because he has to be able to write certain types of papers that have to be peer reviewed and have to be published, because he is published, and all of these. And so certain criterias have to be met by certain dates for certain papers for either publications or for grants and things like that. And it can be a lot. And so sometimes when he has a lot going on, depending on the time of year, he'll let me know like which papers he's working on or what's going on. And we'll set up deadlines and set up a schedule and set up expectations with consequences that are personal to him, that have nothing to do with work, that are more kink related. And so like,
oh, it grounds him outside. I love that.
And so he'll give me check-ins on
You're his dopamine hit.
So he'll give me
That's
check-ins
sweet.
on when he meets his checkpoints and let me know, hey, I got this paper submitted. Hey, these peer reviews came back. Hey, my, because he's got students under him that work with his research.
Look, I did my research paper. Do I get a sticker?
Oh, well, almost, but like,
it.
So
I would die.
I help him balance, because he also has a personal life that he's responsible for. Mm-hmm. And so I help try to balance all that with him. And it's not every day and it's not all day. Sometimes we go a couple of months where we're just saying hi to each other every day, and that's really kind of it. And then there's other times where there's deadlines and expectations, and he just needs that accountability.
That tact time stability. Yeah. I love this. You are like a grounding force without obligation. Like what a perfect little, it's literally a dopamine hit. So that's so cool. I didn't know it was like that.
So
I knew a little bit about it.
So it's not, there are sexual aspects to it because, like I said, we FaceTime. Mm-hmm. So we do some type of like long distance play, guided play, things like that. but it's not the basis of what we are.
Let's call it like an obligation, not an expectation. Maybe more like that. Or an expectation, not an obligation. Yeah, expectation, not an obligation.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe that's the right the right split.
So you talked about the rewards. You guys negotiated that. Is the everyday communication, was that like, oh, we're doing this now?
No, it was one of those where he just did it because it made him feel better. And when I wanted to answer him, I would answer him. But if he didn't communicate with me, he would let me know because he's foreign and he is not from this country. And so he has family in the country that he's from. And so he goes back there a lot. And the time differences and travel and all that. So he'll even let me know, hey, I'm getting ready to take a trip. I'm going to be out of country on these dates. So if you don't hear from me because of the time difference and stuff, this is why.
Jet lag.
Yeah,
whatever.
Wakanda's
Well, just all of that.
Yeah.
I mean, just the
So you're
country-
not cruel.
Yeah.
No, or I will tell
You're
him.
a benevolent Dom.
Yeah, it's
Or
a
I
long
will
train ride to
tell
Hogwarts,
him-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Or I will tell him, like, he knows my work schedule. So he
That's
knows when I am working that there's a certain time in the morning he can text me by. But if I'm not working, don't text me by this time because I could still be sleeping. Like, don't wake me up. And so he even knows my schedule.
And he did that, or did you guys talk about that?
Well, he preemptively did it until he forgot that I wasn't working and was texting me like at his normal time, but it was waking me up because I didn't have to go to
Oh, I
work.
remember
And I
this.
got pissed. And I was like, looky here, you got one more good time to wake me up
You're like,
when
do
I
you
don't
remember
have to.
what I'm doing?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh my God, I'm
and
sorry.
I did. I literally like sent him a message. I'm like, did you not remember where I am right now? And
Yeah,
he was
I
like,
did-
oh
yeah.
shit.
Right.
Yeah. Like his oh shit button went off. But then he fixed it and I didn't have to worry about it again. And so, yeah.
Should have sent you a coffee gift card.
Interesting. Okay.
So we've talked about meeting. We intend to meet.
Yeah, I thought you already had.
We
You
were supposed to. I was supposed to fly up there.
Yeah.
But our schedules have just literally not allowed it. So
I put my hand out. I'd sound like I hate Dee Dee, and I don't. He's my sweetheart.
Yeah. She's feeling better now. That's rambunctious. It's not as entertaining.
Huh? No, I don't. I'll still be. No, I'll still be all sarcastic and be an asshole. But no,
Okay. So yeah,
I was thinking about this cute dynamic stuff, and I was like, oh no, he's sweet. I don't hate him.
Interesting. So yeah, I
Still doesn't
tend
do
to
shit
let it
regularly and forgets shit, but whatever. We
I
should
tend to let
schedule
stuff
then.
Organically. But
That's
as
the problem. Hold on. I tend to let stuff happen organically, but then we don't have a schedule of certain things,
Correct.
and then it doesn't get talked about.
As
Why?
an
Because
emotional-
avoidant attachment.
emotional creature,
With avoidant attachment.
sure, or I'm just a highly emotional creature.
Oh, Jesus.
So everything tends to sway with the emotions. So if it's like I'm
That's
annoyed
not
at work, then
Good
it's
for
like
a relationship, though.
yes.
Oh, you mean okay? Well, if you're annoyed,
It's
at
like
work,
I'm not
that's
going to
different.
bite your ass as much because it's just like I'm annoyed with work.
I'm like that.
see, I
too.
try to compartmentalize my emotions when it comes to my kink or my dynamics
Yeah.
because it's not fair to them.
That is true. I try to push through.
Okay.
I mean, there's
here's my
times
deal.
where I'm not like turned on and sex happens. But
as a let's see, as a very communicative person, like I am, and I date usually avoidant attachment because that's my trauma bond. It's just how we're gonna go with life. I'd rather. He's laughing. It's true. I would rather you tell me, "Hey, I'm just aggravated," and that's it. That's all I need to know. Because I
Well-
have to like read your mind then and like
as
figure
somebody
out.
who's avoidant, you got the whole compartmentalizing. So by the time we
But
actually
you
do
can't
hang
always
out,
compartmentalize.
I get it mostly compartmentalized.
I'd rather have you tell me and
There's a
compartmentalize.
storm
Takes the
brewing.
pressure off too.
But then that means it's actually happening though. So it's like
It is happening. You don't
No.
have to deny the reality that you're
Nope,
feeling a certain way. Yeah, rub some dirt in it.
it's gone.
Yeah, put it in the trash.
It's
No,
gone.
dude, you're allowed to feel your feelings.
Yeah.
Bruh, you're allowed to feel your feelings.
Yeah, but you know,
And you're allowed to tell
You got
me.
to compartmentalize.
Yeah, of course.
So yes, I try to compartmentalize too, but then there's always that like, all right, it's just been
Hold
all day,
Hold up.
all day.
What do you think is going to happen if you don't compartmentalize that kind of stuff and you actually said, hey, you think there's going to be a big ass storm?
Hey, look at this big head up in
There's
there. Don't look behind the curtain.
Not.
It's a big head. Don't look at behind the curtain.
Uh-huh.
I don't compartmentalize with a romantic partner as much, but I will compartmentalize with play partners or scene partners or dynamics.
Yeah.
I don't compartmentalize that kind of stuff with anybody. If I can't, because like play partners. If I was going to top or something and I'm feeling a certain way, I don't know if something's going to happen that's going to break the dam. Like if there's a crack in the dam, fuck. You know, I can try to hold it back all I want, but I can't guarantee that there might not be something.
Right.
And
Well, that
I
makes
just
sense.
never know.
Yeah, and that's a little bit hard when you're topping somebody and you're like annoyed. It's like, all right, I gotta.
Yeah.
Gotta
I'd
do a
rather
proper
have you tell
warm-up.
me. I'd rather have you say, hey, I'm annoyed. We got to talk. Let's talk about it then. And neither we don't have to play at all. I'd rather talk.
If we're going to the public place, then I usually like, all right, guess it's gonna be rough today. I'm annoyed. So
Wait, annoyed with a partner?
no.
Oh, okay, annoyed in general.
Yes.
That'd be fine. If you're annoyed with me and you play with me anyway, I would lose my mind. I'd rather have you not.
Oh yes. I'm talking about generalities. We're
Yeah,
not talking
you're
about
just pissed about
specifics.
work or whatever.
Yes.
You're just like
Yeah.
aggravated. That's fine.
Usually
You can
where
take
it
it
comes
out on me.
Yeah. Otherwise, I get to be quiet. But it's like if you're, swinging something, it's like, all right, you know what? I got to relieve some stress.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit of warning. I can usually tell.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But no, if you're
So-
annoyed or like upset, I don't know, you're feeling an emotion, you don't feel like doing something, you don't have to pressure yourself.
It's not. It's more like so. Like with sex and kink, it's a little. It's
That's what I mean.
it's
Too.
an
There's the
emotional thing.
expectation thing. Like I don't have the
because-
expectation. If you're
Yeah.
feeling a certain way, tell me. I wouldn't want you to feel obligated.
Okay, we don't have to get into specifics, but
No, it's
I'm
about
saying
it's
that
about the expectation conversation.
like usually when it happens, like afterwards, it's never like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. It's usually all right. I feel better now. We can cuddle, or just cuddle.
Wait,
before
if
it
you were
hurts.
annoyed like about work or something,
Yes.
general stuff. I'm talking about if you were annoyed with me.
No, we're not talking about this because we're on the podcast.
Oh,
We're talking about generalities. We're helping the listeners.
yeah. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. No,
Yes.
this is the listeners. If you're annoyed with your if there's something wrong with your partner, you're having an argument or something, but then you still have this expectation that you're obligated, like to play once a week on Saturdays, and you still have to do it, even though you're in a like headspace where you're like, I really do not want to fucking do this. Do you not think that would breed resentment?
That doesn't always have to do with your partners either. Because you like already paid to go in and you're like there and it's like, well, I'm not going to just
No,
waste
man,
this
I would
opportunity.
totally bail. I would never do that. No way. I'm not even talking us. I'm talking anybody. If I paid for a Saturday night and I'm going to play or whatever, but it's out of an obligation and I've just gotten into like a fight with my partner and I'm just not feeling it, I'm absolutely not going to play with them. Not a chance.
Have you ever had that dame where you have everything, and then you just have
One
like
of us is going to get hurt.
crappy day? Do you ever tell the bottom like it's not happening today?
Oh yeah, all the time. Or I give them a choice. I'll tell them, look, I
I
had
love a choice.
really shitty day.
Yeah.
Like we can either postpone or you can agree that this scene is not about you and you can just be there for me to get this out of.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll leave
or
it
I
up
don't
to
want to
them,
do
like-
impact. I would rather do something lighter
I would
because
do
I'm
something
really just
lighter.
not feeling it, or
So-
I'm feeling really sadistic
And
and,
I'll
I
tell
need to
them,
take it out on your ass.
I am perfectly okay waiting and we can do this a whole nother time because
Yeah.
we're always going to be here. Or, you know what? If you're willing to just be along for the ride and this not be about you and just be there for me, be like a service bottom.
I would love that if you ever
I-
said that to me, I'd be so excited. If he said that,
I let them choose. And if they're not okay being a service bottom and they need to be more about them or to be about them, then it doesn't hurt my feelings.
You just reschedule.
Yeah, just reschedule.
if you ever said like, can we switch and you just give me a massage instead of this, I would die. I would be so excited. I'd be like, let me take care of you, please.
But I've also had that happen too, where they've looked at me and said, would you rather get a massage or would you rather me do this for you? Would that make you feel better? And sometimes I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, that would be great.
I want to, because I want to know what, I'm going to tell you this specifically too. I'm looking right at him. I want to know what you want too. If you're feeling a certain way, don't just like make me happy. Just be like, I really would like this. And I'd be like, thank fucking God. He told me something. He actually is laughing. Told me something he wants that I can actually accommodate and we'll both feel good because I know I provided a service that, and out of no expectation. It's not a gift. It was like
So it
a
just
collaboration.
depends on the bottom. It depends
I
on the
love it.
bottom and my relationship with that bottom.
Absolutely.
Because I wouldn't want a massage from just anybody
no.
because I don't have, there
Like
are
play
play
partners
partners
or
that I
new
have
play
that I wouldn't
partners.
want that
No.
from.
No.
But if it was somebody that is established that I trust that, that I can let my guard down like that and let them do something like that for me. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ugh.
I've had bad nights here in the last like month or so where I've just gone to volunteer and I've just been super stressed from work and I just haven't had time to decompress or anything. And I've gone to like a friend of mine and been, hey, can we do some fire cupping tonight? Because I'm sore and I'm tired and I just need to relax and I need some
I love
like
that.
muscles worked out.
Oh,
and
my
they're
God.
like, absolutely. And then of course, like when we're in the middle of it, we're making a joke because they're like, oh, does this mean I get to tell my girlfriend that I got to top you? And I was like, yes,
Ew, no.
absolutely.
Whatever
Just
the
tell
fuck
them
you
you
want.
top me. I really, as long as you keep doing what you're doing, I don't care what you tell them. They're going to know the truth
If
anyway.
somebody,
but-
if you or like a close friend or my darling partner, if anybody came up to me that was that close to me like that and said that, I would just melt.
Yeah.
I would be so happy.
And they do. They'll be like, absolutely, I can give you a massage. That's no problem
Let
at
me
all.
be
Yeah.
of good service. Jesus, show me what a good job looks like. Tell me
And the
what
thing
you
is
want,
that the people that I ask are
please.
other tops.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the thing too.
They're
not
other
yeah.
tops.
I switch, so I actually wouldn't like if a bottom did that. That wouldn't work for me. Another switch I could do, but it would be either another top or a switch. I can't do acts of service from a bottom like that, or I can't let them top me.
Well, see, I don't view it. It's not a scene.
I still would think it was weird unless they had like switchy energy in that moment and it wasn't a scene. It felt more like a demo. It was like friends.
Or
that
it's
would
just
be okay.
getting a massage from a friend.
That's true. Getting a
Yeah.
massage from a friend, no matter if they were a sub. I get real weird with dynamics and subs though.
So-
I don't want to be topped by a woman, and that's just it. I shouldn't say that, by a submissive woman. Anyway, sorry, totally hijacked that for a second.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's
Okay.
great.
Let everybody know there's no expectations.
No.
Plan to reschedule.
But
Absolutely.
we preach that to people, though. We teach people that just because you negotiated something with it, well, we tell submissives all the time, or I'm sorry, we tell bottoms all the time that just because you negotiated a thing, you could have been negotiating for 4 days about this one scene, and then you get there and like a black cat crossed your path or whatever the case may be, and now your mojo's
Or
gone.
they're triggered.
Or something happened.
That's me.
And you're still in the space, but you aren't in the same space that you negotiated in.
Yeah.
You absolutely have the right to say, I can't do this right now. I don't have it in me. It has nothing to do with you. I'm just not in the headspace to do this. Can we reschedule? And if they look at you and say anything, then yes, I understand. Fuck them.
I've done that with you.
It's a teachable moment.
Yeah. I've done that with you lots of times.
I don't care what you've negotiated. You always have the right to say, I don't have it in me today, or I can't do it today. And you technically don't owe them an explanation. And if they do anything other than support that decision, fuck them. You should have never played with them to begin with.
It's a good teachable moment, listeners. Campfire. What are we? Campers?
Campers.
Campers.
Is it teachable for you?
It's a
Because
teachable
you're
moment.
a top. I want to
Teachable
hear
moment.
you one day say, I'm really not in the mood for this. Can we do something else?
And if a bottom looked at you and tried to manipulate it or try to talk you out of it, fuck them. They are not a safe player.
Yes.
Did you see that look?
Agreed. Yes.
Said, you ever want to just bail out? And he gave me a snarl. Did you see that?
As a leader
Can't
of
lie,
my
micro
community, damn, that was a very good point that you made there.
I still don't consent to that.
It's ridiculous.
You don't have to be it. I can still have my opinion of you, though.
Yeah.
Yes. So, I think that's pretty good for this one. Keep this one a little short.
These little Dos Equis are cool. They've got
are
little
really
X's on the tab. They're kind
Those
of
are
fun.
That was a good point. So, we did it more from the single people side, play partners, lighter side. I don't really know what to say if you've been in a long-term relationship, but
I
it's
don't
pretty
think we
much the
did.
same thing.
What difference does it make?
Yeah,
doesn't.
exactly. Yeah, that's what
I mean,
I'm saying.
honestly, what difference? You can have all the expectations of a long-term partner that you want, and if they're not feeling it or they don't want to do it, they're not obligated to say yes to you just because they're your partner.
I almost think they're obligated to say no when they don't want to.
Because
I would rather
that's
have
part of that trust.
Yes.
That's part of that.
I'd rather have you say no to me
Yeah.
than try to push through your own shitty feelings. I want to know how you feel. I want to know, like, hey, I really don't feel like this. And I'd be like, that is more amazing than you trying to push through and just make me happy or whatever
Right.
the fuck you think. It makes me happy to know that you trusted me enough to change what it is that was going on so that you could feel comfortable too. That feels like collaboration. And
Exactly.
better than expectations is
Yeah.
collaboration.
That's another good
Consensual
point.
collaboration.
So, the theme of this episode, the motto of this episode,
Oh, whatever.
is to not have expectations.
Collaboration over expectation.
Collaboration over expectation. Somebody's over doing witty humor over there. It's pretty good.
It's not witty.
Actually, I like it.
Witty. It's very good. So, as we end the episode a little bit short, you want to give us the ASMR there?
Yes, I'll do it.
Did you take a drink?
When I have to pee, you want to do a pee? You want to do that kind of ASMR?
Nope. Not doing it.
Hold on. I'm going to do it.
Not doing it.
Yeah,
I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring this mic into the bathroom with me.
Yeah. Good.
No, I'm just joking. Hold on. Ready?
It's a different kind of podcast.
That sounds like bong water.
Headphones are
Oh, Dame
off.
took the headphones off. Wow, I didn't know you didn't like it. You don't like the slurp slurp?
Nope. I smacked my kids in the back of the head for doing that shit.
man.
They could have been getting paid.
Wow.
They
No,
could've been
no,
getting paid.
I'm not done. Take those back off. You ready?
They're back off. I can still hear it. It's just not magnified.
I almost choked myself. Okay. That was enough
That's
for
what she said.
our devoted
Okay.
listeners. Our devoted campers.
As we finish up the Campy Kinkfire, what is it again? Give us that one more time. Cohabitation. versus
Collaboration over expectations.
Collaboration over
Yeah,
expectations.
don't expect shit from people. Collaborate. Make it consensual. Make it an agreement.
Whether you're talking about sex or getting your ass whooped.
Yes. Collaborate with your
You
partner.
just say no. Let's try again later.
Expectations breed resentment. So collaborate instead.
There we go.
Absolutely.
All right. To my left,
All
I
right,
have.
friends. Esme.
To my right, I have.
And this is Dame.
And remember, don't douche with Lysol.
Oh, gross.
It's very bad. Not a
What
good
do we
idea.
want to say?
Headphones
Stay
off
kinky?
again.
Later, campers.
No, we are.
Put out your fire
What
responsibly.
was it again? Hold on a second.
I don't
We
remember.
making it normal. I wrote
Yeah,
it down.
You already
We
lost
just said
it.
it.
You lost
I have an
it.
outro. Before the next one, I'm going to write a nice outro. Just forget it.
Yeah, I lost it. It's here.
All
Do
right.
the thing we
Flip
said
it.
at the beginning.
Flip
Love
it.
you
No,
all.
Flip the whole book.
Oh, we're making it not. There you go. That's what it was.
Making it not
Yeah.
what?
Hello.
Oh, God.
Goodbye.
Later, campers.